Hello dear viewers, I am your Shobha Kochi. Today I am going to start the Indian history, particularly that is a ninth standard students. That is India from 6th century to 14th century according to KSSEB syllabus, that is Karnataka state level syllabus. So here most importantly here Rajputs, Karkotakas of Kashmir, then Afghan invasion. Next, fourth one, Delhi Sultanates or Sultans. Fifth, Khilji dynasty. Sixth, Tughlaq dynasty. Then afterwards, Sayyid dynasty. First, let us come to know about this aspect about nothing but that is Rajputs. Gurjara Pratiharas, the family members or families of Rajput kings. First one is nothing but Gurjar Pratiharas. Second one Garwals. Third one Paramars. Fourth one Chauhans. Fifth one Solankis and Chandelas. Gurjar Pratiharas first, the founder of this dynasty was Harishchandra Sena or Harishchandra. The four sons of this dynasty, particularly Harishchandra sons, they ruled four branches. First one Jodhpur, Nandipura, Broch and Ujjaini. During this time, we find Suleiman, the Arab traveler, and Al-Masud who visited to his kingdom. Second one Garwals, the founder of this dynasty, Chandradeva. The famous king of this dynasty is Govinda Chandra. Govinda Chandra was the most powerful and famous king in this dynasty. He expanded his kingdom and had a good diplomatic relations with Kashmir, Gujarat and other Chola kingdoms during those times. Now Paramars, founder of this dynasty, was Upendra Krishna Raja. The capital of this Paramars are Dhara of Malwa. Then next one, Chauhans. Prithviraj Chauhan was one of the most important and famous king. His defeats against Muhammad Ghori, first battle of Tarain, whereas in first battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan who was succeeded, but second was he was failed and dead. His most important epic, he himself was a writer, Prithviraj Raso. He was famous for his bravery and adventurous nature also. Then Solankis, famous king Moola founder Moola Raja and a famous king in this dynasty, Bhimaraya first. During the Solankis dynasty, when Bhimaraya was there, at that time Muhammad Ghori, who visited to Somanath temple to plunder or looting of India's wealth, particularly in Someshwara temple, and destroyed Shivalingasha or Shivalingo. His son Karanadeva, he was killed by Alauddin Khilji in the battlefield. Next one, Chandelas. The famous king of Chandela king is Danga. The foundation of this dynasty, which is established by Nanuka, it is not in a book. It is from outside sources, though as I'm a student of history and English, so I've studied this well. His title is Maharaja the Raja. The famous writers during this period we find Bhavabhuti, Malati Madhava, and Uttara Ramacharita. So next we are the contribution of a literary aspect about this dynasty or Rajput dynasty. Famous scholar Shantisena, Prabha Chandrasena or Suri, and Ganapala. The poetic work like famous work Geeta Govinda of Jayadeva, Kiratarjunaya of Bharavi, and dramas Mahavira Charita, Uttara Ramacharita of Bhavabhuti, and historical works during this period about about Rajputs, Rajatarangini of Kalhana, Prithviraj Vijaya Jayanika, Kumara Charita Hemachandra, Prithviraj Raso Chand Bardai. So these are the aspects about Rajputs. What about the art and architecture of this dynasty, Rajasthani or Rajputs dynasty? Rajputs contributed forts which built by themselves only. Ranatambor, Chittor, Mandu, and Jodhpur, Gwalior also. Next, Chandela's famous temple Khajuraho or Khajuraho and Kandera at Madhya Pradesh are most important temples. And schools of painting we call as Rajasthani and Pahari. Rajasthani paintings we find Mewar, Bikaner, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer. Then the paintings of Pahari we find Kasoli, Jammu, and Garhwal. With this, their contribution to Indian art and architecture also very famous. Till today also we are finding that. Coming to next one here, Karkotakas of Kashmir. They ruled from 625 to 855. The founder of this dynasty, Raja Durlabhavardhana, in 625. Then he succeeded. Durlabhavardhana continued his dynasty. He came to known as Karkotaka. Durlabhavardhana had 3 sons. One of the most important son of Durlabhavardhana is Lalitaditya Muktapida. He was famous and a powerful king of this dynasty and was brave, courageous. So, with this, afterwards, Lalitaditya Muktapida, no one is strong. So, this dynasty is failed or failed in ruling. Coming to next one, Afghan invaders. In the history of India, particularly when Rajputs are there, when Bhimaraya and Prithviraj Chauhan ruling at that time. The Afghan invasion came here. Muhammad Ghazni, who was a Turkish slave, he invaded India 17 times to plunder the wealth of India. So he defeated many kings, Indian kings. He attacked a famous temple of Somanath and also plundered great wealth from this temple. Muhammad Ghazni's invasion led to the other Turks to establish their rule. Next one, Muhammad Ghori. Muhammad Ghazni failed to establish Turkish rule in India totally. As he came, ruled partly but not fully. So Peshawar became Muhammad Ghori's military headquarters. After Tarain battle against Prithviraj Chauhan, the commander of Kutubuddin Aibak, he is also trusted servant as a slave of Muhammad Ghori. The lack of unity among Rajputs in India led to the expansion of Turkish slaves dynasty. So next afterwards we will be move.